Namaskar. Good evening. Welcome to the fifth episode of India Educates Presents Education Adda with Pratik. We are streaming live on our YouTube channel. Let me take this opportunity to thank all our viewers for showing your support by giving us positive feedback and sharing our videos. It's quite understandable that many of you can't manage time to watch us live, but make it a point to check our videos later. The number of views of our videos are increasing every day, and new subscribers are joining our family. We are humbled. We truly appreciate your encouragements. Now, let us introduce our topic of the discussion. The history of institutionalized education in India dates back to as early as 3rd century AD. Home to the world-renowned temples of learning like Pushpagiri, Nalanda and Vikramshila, India has the natural inclination to impart quality education. With the changing times, the institutes in India too have changed to keep up with the global demands. Alumni of not only the mostly known iconic institutes of India like IITs and IIMs, but also many new age institutes are leading from the front in different parts of the world. India today has the admiring third largest network of higher education in the world. Currently, India draws students from over 166 countries. In today's episode, let's find out from the students of different countries studying in India what makes India an attractive destination for higher education. Well, now let us get our guests on screen. Let us invite them one by one. First, from our neighbor, Nepal, Miss Ankita Dash. Hi,
Hello,
Ankita. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good, good, good. So, welcome to Education Adda.
Thank you so much for having me here.
All right. And now let's welcome our guest from Tanzania. Well, Glory Murray. Hi,
Yes,
Glory. Welcome to Education Adda.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. And then we have our guest from Kenya, Faith Yaha. So, hey, hi, Faith. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, good, good. Thank you so much for joining here.
Thank
And
you.
last but not the least, our very favorite neighbor, Bangladesh, joining us straight from Dhaka, our friend Shabab Iqbal.
Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you, sir. I'm doing fine.
Great, great. So I thank all of you, and I will request all our viewers to share the link of our YouTube channel with their friends and families, which is already there on the comment section, that they can watch us live. And I'm sure this discussion is going to be very, very interesting. And this will enlighten a lot of students who are willing to choose India as their education destination in future. So we are going to have a very interesting and insightful discussion. All right. So the first section of our show is called Topic Pe Charcha. Now, probably Shabab and Ankita would not find it very difficult to understand what is Topic Pe Charcha. but our other two friends might find this to be slightly difficult to understand what is that. So for them, it's like discussion on the topic. So we start with Ankita. Ankita, uh, please tell us that what prompted you to choose India as your education destination?
Actually, if you go find the question why, then there are very few points. Even there may not be points, but if you go to find why not, then there are so many reasons. Because India is a great place to study. Every year, India produces so many doctors, engineers, successful people. Let's just say successful people. So, and many people from my community also studying in India. And my family always supported me to study wherever I want. So I chose India because India is the best place for me to study. I think.
All right, great. So, was this the only country that you had in mind, or you had some other countries as well?
Actually, I had two options to study in my home country, Nepal, and my second option was India. But the educational institutions or educational opportunities in my country is limited. So I went for India because I thought it was best for me.
All right, okay, great. Thank you. Uh, Glory, if you can just unmute yourself. So the
Yes.
same question to you: what prompted you to study in India?
Okay, apart from adventure and trying, you know, uh, no matter where you choose to go or you want to start, you go for start, the aim is to get the highest possible quality of education. And India is one of the most country for that quality of education. That the reason, that's the main reason why I choose India. Yes.
All right. So, Glory, I figured out, probably there was some, network issue. If I could hear you properly, you spoke about the quality of education, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. So, was this the only option that you had in mind, or you had some other option in mind as well?
I got some other option, but I choose India, like my
Okay.
home place and other country, but I choose India. Yes.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now, Faith, you have to unmute yourself. So I think all of you can stay unmuted. So, Faith, what was your reason to come and study in India?
Okay. Like India is a great place, and I just wanted to study out of my country, and India is like it has great and high quality education. So it was the best place for me to study my
Okay.
higher studies. Yeah.
All right. Great. So, Faith, uh, you had only India as an option in mind, or you had some other option in mind as well?
No, I had other options, but then I chose India because I like India. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Great. Awesome. Now, Shabab, what about you?
Yes, sir. Actually, my situation was quite different from the others. Actually, as I've heard, all of them had many options to select for their higher education, but I had very limited options. As here in Bangladesh, our session starts from January, the university sessions, but if you see in India, it starts from the mid of the year, which is in July. So
Mhm.
my father was very sure that he wants me to pursue my higher education in the country, as there are very renowned institutions available here. But as
Mhm.
it is also very much tough, as we are highly populated, and also the number
Mhm.
of institutions is also limited according to the populations. So
Mhm.
uh, after that, he said that why don't you pursue your higher education outside
Mhm.
any other country outside Bangladesh. So I was searching for options, and as there was very limited time, so I thought it would be better for me to do my higher education in India, as it's a neighboring country, and also you don't have to sit for any other exam as GRE, GMAT, or IELTS. Is very much convenient for me. It was very much convenient for me at the time. So
Right.
I opted India.
Okay, excellent. So that's the story of all of you. So now uh, I am not really sure that how many of you have come through various scholarship schemes to India, and so Shabab, what about you? Did you apply for any scholarship, or you came on self-financing option?
Actually, at that time, I wasn't aware of the amount of scholarships the Indian government are giving to all other students, aspiring students who wants to pursue their higher education. At that time,
Right,
I wasn't aware. So,
right.
as I had a very limited time, as I've said before, so I had to
Yes.
apply as I wasn't willing to waste any of my time and to start my higher education as soon as possible. So, as I wasn't aware, my father funded financed my fees for the higher education, so I came by self funding.
All right. So, what about others? Let me find out. Faith, did you come through any scholarship scheme, or it was self-financed?
I came through scholarship. I applied for the study in India scholarship. Yeah, and I got 100%. It covered all my fees and everything. So I came
All
here.
right. All right.
On scholarship.
And what about others like Ankita? You
I
also.
too, yes, I too applied through studying in India and got this scholarship, and then I got admitted in the university.
Okay. All right. And what about Glory?
Yes, I got scholarship too. Yeah.
All right. So I can understand, the situation of Shabab, because the scholarship process starts quite in advance, and Shabab didn't really have an option to go for that. All right. So now let us ask few other questions. Okay. So Glory, did you find any kind of problem in the classroom as far as the medium of instruction is concerned, the language?
Yeah, of course. It happened on those first days I arrived. It was really difficult. It was really hard. I felt like I want to go back home because the way the pronunciation, the way Indian people talk to me, oh hard. So I cannot understand. Then we told our teachers and they told us you have to give yourself time. So you just like 1 month, 2 months, then we cope with it. Then it was
All
yeah.
right. Okay. So let me ask Ankita about this. Ankita, uh, what was it like? So did you face any problem with the language?
Uh, Regarding language, no, I didn't face any problem because I'm quite fluent in Hindi, so it was comfortable for me.
So in the classroom, the delivery of program was in English or local language as well?
Mostly teachers speak English, but some of the times when they need to really get into some topic and explain something deeply, then they use local language. They use Hindi, so it is comfortable for me. But like students like Glory and Faith, they face quite a
Right,
little
right.
problem.
Absolutely. So I would still like to ask this question to Shabab, because but Shabab also would know Hindi. So
Now,
Shabab,
I want to add something. Actually, before going to India, in my head, I used to thought that I'm very good in Hindi. Actually, I used to thought that I am very good in Hindi, but actually after going there, I was not. I thought that thing is now you see the expectation you have, and then you come to the reality. So I wasn't that good. So I was very conscious about my diction and the pronunciation while like I wasn't very comfortable. Like you go out and speak in English. speak to someone in Hindi. So I was very so in classroom there was no problem because 90% of the time teachers were speaking English, and the thing with the Indian accent of English and the way we speak here in Bangladesh also quite very same. The how we speak in this side of the world. But when they used to speak Hindi at the time, like to for better understanding of the local students that are in the class. So in our class there were very few Indians there. So I had no problems. But in this online mode also, now I am getting better. I can say that my Hindi previously 1 year back, now I am better, bit fluent speaker of Hindi, I guess. So now it's good.
All right.
It's going great.
All right. Very interesting point. So I would like to say something about this whole language thing. I guess, you know what? So two things. One is uh, learning the local language part, and the other one is the accent bit. So I think one great advantage of studying in India is that, you know, what Shabab mentioned, that, you know, there is no hassle of, you know, sitting for IELTS or TOEFL or any of such, you know, language proficiency test. But if you are fluent in English, you can definitely follow the classes. Now, obviously, wherever you go, right? Like, you know, if you from this part of the world, if you go and study in Western world, accent would be different. So, as uh, Glory and, you know, Faith, they mentioned that, you know, in 1 or 2 months they started you know, getting better. So it happens everywhere. So students who are planning to study outside should always keep this in mind, that, you know, when you study outside, it also is an opportunity for you to improve your language skills. That's one. And two, Shabab mentioned one very important thing. That is, you know, he thought that he is very good in Hindi. Now, after coming here in India, he realized that, you know, that is not really the you know, adequate proficiency that he has. So that is again an opportunity to improve your language skills. So it goes with a local language, a vernacular language, or English for that matter. All right. So now I would like to ask this question to Ankita. Now, this is one very important point for a lot of parents. So their main concern is about the safety of the children. So Ankita, tell us, uh, how was your experience outside the campus? Did you have any moment when you felt that, you know, no, this is not a very safe place to study?
Not really. You know, they say that it is never safe for women. But when I was in university, when I was in Odisha, whenever I used to go outside the university, the environment there was so friendly. I mean, there were people, students like me, students like all of them everywhere. It felt like home. I didn't feel unsafe. People there were so frank, and they were so cooperative. They used to help me whenever at first in the beginning, I used to forget the ways. I used to forget the path to my hostel. So uh, whoever saw me so confused, they used to come to me and ask me if I have any problem, and they were so kind to me, and I was so relaxed and happy. I used to call my parents at night, and I used to tell them the stories, and they were so happy and proud to see me here. They were so safe. They felt safe to keep me there in Odisha in India, and I was quite happy with the results.
Okay, wonderful. Shabab, can you just tell me that, uh, since you belong to a different religion, and which is not really the majority, you know, of the religion in, you know, India. So did you ever have any kind of, you know, concern about that?
Uh, Actually, not actually. The thing is, you can find that kind of people everywhere in the world. So you may face 1 or 2 times. Not that there's a very huge thing like you shouldn't think about like for this reason I shouldn't go there to study or pursue my education. There's a very small thing like small thing. You can find these people everywhere, every
Right.
part of the
So,
world. So one, two times, or maybe a very small incidents can happen,
mhm.
but that is not very. I think that is not very much. What should I say? Like not that much harmful, or not that dangerous thing, or as I can, if I put a very better word, like it shouldn't keep in middle. Like you should that it shouldn't be a hurdle to pursue education there. Like it is a very small thing.
Right. So, all of you. So, I mean, nothing has happened to you, right?
No, no, no. Actually, to be honest, the campus area is very much friendly. Too many students. It's a different kind of
Right.
vibes. If you can go there, as I can say for all of us, as we all belong from the same university, in KIT University from
Right.
Odisha. The
Right.
place, the main campus area, you can see thousands of students roaming around, having their chais at the after
Right.
classes time, passing Addas. So it's a great place.
Yeah, because why I'm asking this question, because uh, at times what happens that students, rather students who have not been into India, uh, because sporadic incidents are reported in media in certain ways, so they create a lot of noise, but um, the reality on the ground is India is a safe country for students. So that's the reason I wanted to hear it from students itself. So would Faith like to add anything over here?
Um, the university, I think the place is safe. Like it's really the people are nice. Yeah, everything is fine.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Okay, now one interesting bit, because now the issue is very different though, because online classes are still on in most of the places. um, you are away from your campus for a long time. I'm talking about students in general, not you in specific. So what was your experience of the transition from one kind of food to another kind of food? So was food a major issue? So yeah, Faith.
Yeah, of course, food was a major issue, you know. The food in India is really, really spicy, like really spicy. And I'm not used to spicy food, so it was so hard for me to take the food. I would just take small, you know, like even in the plane from Mumbai to Odisha, it was my first time like taking Indian food. So when they gave me the food, like the person sitting next to me was enjoying the food, but for me it was hot. Like it was so spicy. So I couldn't even eat. I just didn't eat it. So food was a major issue, but right now I'm okay with it.
Okay, so you got used to it. So let me hear
Yeah.
it from Glory then. So, Glory, the similar kind of experience as far as food is concerned?
Yeah, of course, as my friend said, Indian food at the first it was really no, you cannot eat those like because I don't use spice like my friend said. So and also it's different from my home place food, you know. So it was really hard, but I'm glad. Hello, yes. In a hostel, there is international student food and Indian food. So in international student food, there is no spice. So I'm glad. So that's all. That's only problem. Right now, I'm okay about it because
Great.
I learned the environment.
Yeah, Glory, go on.
Yes, I learned the environment, and also if you know the environment well, you can go outside, buy food, and cook for yourself. So it's really okay now.
Okay. What about you, Ankita?
For me, it was quite familiar yet too oily. For when I joined the university, I mean, I gained too much weight in first 3 months, I guess. But then I joined gym, and then I started eating a little healthier, and then it was quite okay later. it was
Okay.
not too different for me because food in India and Nepal are quite similar, but it was just
Yes.
a little oily for me. But then I adjusted. I mean, I accepted the fact that I can't get as similar as my home. This is my college. I have to adjust. So then it was okay for me.
That was, I guess, a brilliant way to look at it, because I mean, when you are going to study in an institution, yes, definitely hostel food. You cannot expect that that would be home cooked food. So I mean, for everyone, I guess if I ask all of you, the answer would be absolutely same for each and everyone. If anyone asks you that who cooks the best, the answer would be your mother, isn't it? So now, when you are
Definitely.
going to hostel, so things are going to be different. So, Shabab, okay. So, Shabab, what's your experience?
Uh, Actually, the thing is, in this region, the basic food item is almost the same. We eat rice.
Yeah,
In Indians, people
yeah.
also eat rice, rotis, and everything. We eat maize. But then the difference of culture is like the students from Bhutan, the Afghanistanis, or from our students from Africa used to complain about that how spicy the food is, and I used to complain that we used to eat more spice there. So that's the contradictory thing.
Absolutely. I mean, I know that people who have visited Bangladesh should know for very well
Yes,
that food items are pretty spicy there, and
yes,
yes, though we speak the same language, and the cultures are very much close, but uh, I find that things are even more spicy there. So students who are planning to study outside and planning to study in India, please remember this thing that as our friend just mentioned, that there is international hostel, and there is international uh, chefs for the students of international students from other countries. So they do have options for food which are less spicy. I see all these answers are known to me, but I'm still asking these questions because I want the students community to know it from horse's mouth that these are not really those major issues, and this could be easily dealt with. Okay, all right. Now we have talked about the transition. We have talked about food item. We spoke about the safety outside the campus. Now, uh, tell us that how many of you want to pursue your master's degree from India and uh, maybe some other country. So let me hear it from Ankita.
Uh, I'm really not quite sure yet, but if I get great colleges, great opportunities here in India itself, then I won't miss it. I'm just looking for good opportunities, and I just think that I should not uh, have bigger expectations and lose all my opportunities. But if I get a good college, either here in India or abroad, I'll just take the opportunity.
Okay, all right. So what about Shabab?
uh, I am actually thinking about like it's better as I'm thinking this way that I have come to a different country and had one experiences. So I want to have my master's degree to have another opportunity to have another experiences to go to another country. So I am
Right.
thinking about that way, is to add much variety in my life, new
Correct.
experiences. Yeah.
Okay. What about Faith?
Okay, just like Shabab has said, now I've known India and I've experienced India, so I need more experience in another country. So I think I'll go for another country.
What
Yeah.
about Glory?
Yeah, if I will get some chance to continue my master's degree here, I'll do it here in India because I started and I cope with the environment. I have to do it. I want to enjoy it more. So if I'll get it, I'll get it here. I'll just get my master's here. But if I'll get in another place, I'll go.
Acha, what about your tea? None of you are sitting with tea or coffee, is it? You should.
It's too much hot here, sir. I'm having my water.
Yeah, only water.
All right. Okay. Now, uh, many of our viewers don't really know, what does India Educates do. So we have a short video for them, a short audio visual. So it will play for a few seconds, and we will again come back to our discussion. So stay with us, and whoever have joined later have not yet shared the link of this channel. Please share it with your friends and family, that they can also uh, join this discussion, and you can ask questions. You are most welcome to ask questions. All right. So we will return in uh, 50 seconds. A wrong career decision could be extremely expensive. A student must seek professional advice before selecting a stream, choosing subjects, and deciding on a career option or higher studies. India Educates has a pool of certified counselors and various psychometric assessment tools to assist students to take informed decisions. Don't miss out this opportunity. We also assist students to take admissions in leading international schools and universities of India and abroad. We provide counseling services for inattentive students too. Book your appointment for online counseling through our contact details. Well, so we are back as promised. Now, let me ask you one, uh, you know, question that might, pain a lot of you, because uh, you joined campus, and hardly 8 9 months after that, this lockdown started. So, uh, how difficult was it to accept, Ankita?
For me, it was too difficult. I mean, in the beginning, I thought I was excited to do online. I was so excited to use this Zoom app and all. But then days passed, and then it was getting difficult and difficult. And then teachers used to teach maths in board, and then I used to be like, what is going on? What do I do? How do I cooperate with all this? And I was so confused. But then it's not really to blame anyone. We can't blame anyone. We can't blame the education system or the university. They are doing the best they could. Even they wouldn't want us to study this way, but we don't have any other option. And it was there definitely so difficult for me, but then slowly I took help from my teachers. They were so cooperative. They helped me. They went slow. They moved the course slowly, and then I started getting things. I was in my senses. I used to understand things. It is also difficult right now, but it is what it is. We have to accept the situation. And they have promised that it is going to open soon, but we can't just ignore the fact that COVID still exists, and then they can't just open the university. And there maybe people are getting vaccinated, but there are people from other countries too, and if they come with the disease, with the virus, then everything will go much worse. So it is fine right now. We are just coping with the situation. We are putting our 50%, teachers are putting their 50%, and it is just balanced, and we are doing fine, I guess, right now.
I love that spirit, Ankita. I appreciate, truly appreciate. And I understand Glory and Faith did not go back to their home countries, right? So you continued in the hostel itself.
Yeah.
All right. And Shabab, what is it? So, dying to come back to campus?
Yes, definitely. The thing is that this COVID situation has taken the 2 years of our university life is very, very much sad, I have to say, but we can't do anything. is not in our hands, and also the circumstances going on. People are dying actually, and then you cannot like there are more important things to do in life other than to accomplish uh, to things on time. So as life comes first. So I'm happy actually to do online classes back from home, back from the university, from the
Uh-huh.
university, and no, I have no complaints. As not such complaints I have
Now,
as
how about
that.
your practical classes? Let me hear it from the horse's mouth.
Okay, for me,
Ankita is
that's
laughing
a
and
that
Shabab, yes, you have something
that
interesting to share, please.
that's a matter of concern as we are doing the survey labs and the mechanical labs in online is a very bizarre thing to happen. But yeah, definitely as the universities we are in, as are very renowned universities, they have promised us as the things settles down, they will provide us with the necessary offline classes to have to enrich our knowledge about the things we have learned from online. So and then to apply them in practical life. So I think it will happen very soon. Hope so.
Yes, like this was unforeseen for everyone. I mean, we can't really blame anyone for this. So yes, I mean, we look forward to um, uh, all of you coming to the campus, coming back to the campus, and getting a chance to do your practical classes. But yes, I mean, lives are more precious than anything. So that has to be kept in mind. So, are all of you vaccinated?
Yes, I've
Half
taken the
vaccinated.
first dose.
All right.
Me,
So Ankita has taken first dose. Glory, what about you?
yeah,
For one dose or both the doses?
first dose,
All
two
right. So
dose,
Shabab, first dose.
Yes, I'm waiting for the second one.
Okay. And Faith?
All the doses.
Okay. Fantastic. I think as and when we uh, get majority of the people vaccinated, things will come back pretty normal. So, but there is a sense of positivity which is again coming back, which is good, and I'm sure slowly we'll be able to return to campus. Now, let us move to our next section, which is called off the topic. So we did topic pe charcha. Now the second is off the topic. Now I would ask all of you that one simple question: how difficult was it to migrate to this online mode of education from offline mode of education? So let us start from Shabab.
Uh, yes, initially it was difficult as it's a very new medium of to contact the classes and exams. And to be honest, like how we think it like virtually is more efficient. Like you can do more classes as you are in your home. People expect us you're not going outside, so much time is saved from your life, so you can have more classes. But also you have to take to keep in mind that is we are always having our eyes open in the screens, and also many more side effects also happening. So there is both, and pros and cons are there. So that's what I can say. Like initially it was difficult, like also for the exams to conduct, as we didn't know how to proceed or how to do the things on time, or to upload or the PDF files, take the pictures. There were very lot of things to do in a very short period of time. So but I guess as we are doing it for a year and a half, so we have all what is say adjusted with the thing.
What about Glory?
for me, at first was uh, hard, but not much. And for me, this online system both like advantage and disadvantage. Disadvantage is all about physical classes. That's all. But about other things, maybe miss my friend. You know, college is also about interaction. Talk with your friend like for me, it's on that one. That's all disadvantage. Like practical classes, we are doing it online. and you cannot understand. But about other thing or those theory classes and whatever, for me it's good. And if there is no practical classes, I will for me it's
Okay. What about faith?
Um, at first, it was like I was enjoying, not going like walking the distance from hostel to class. I was really enjoying, but then I came like after a month. It started getting boring because I'm just like waking up and staying in the room and just clicking on the link to enter the class, and then it started getting boring. And also the practical classes, they are virtual and it's hard to understand sometimes. Internet problems, it's really hard, but we have no other option. Yeah.
All right. So, Ankita, what about you?
Just like Sabab said, in the beginning it was like we didn't know how to operate the things, how to use the app, but then we got used to it. That is, and our education didn't stop. It went going on. Yeah, it didn't stop, and we kept learning things. There was no halt, which is a great thing. And then, but the disadvantage is that we have to sit in front of our laptops and mobiles all the time, and we get headaches, and as you can see my power has leveled up already. you know and yeah, so right now it's fine, we are habituated with the thing, but in the beginning, yeah, it was quite difficult for all of us, I guess.
Now, all of you have to answer me one thing very honestly. Did you always attend the class? You never did any other side business? Like, while attending the class, some Facebook chat, some response of the WhatsApp, all of you are laughing. So I am not going to, embarrass you by, forcing you to answer. I got my answer. All right. Okay. So I think another thing, we must discuss over here, that another reason why a lot of students choose to come to India. One is definitely, the language thing is there, and quality of education, those things are there. But cost is another very important factor. I think the kind of, course fees that Indian institutions offer, they are much lesser than a lot of other counterparts of these institutions in other countries. So that's a huge advantage. All right. So cost is one very important factor, and there are scholarships like Start in India. There is scholarship like ICCR. So, but the processes start much ahead of the uh, schedule of the exams in various countries. So one has to be really very, very alert if they want to avail of those facilities of scholarship. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm correct, right?
Yes, you are, you definitely are.
All right. So, because this episode, I'm sure would be watched by a lot of students who want to study in India in future. So, please remember that yes, scholarship is there, but yes, scholarship is meant for scholars. So you cannot expect like everyone will get a scholarship. So you have to work towards it, right? And if you miss the deadline, in that case, you have to either waste one full year, or like Shabab, you can join institutions, and definitely there are a lot of institutions where you get quality education, and you have this flexibility of self-financing options. All right. So now we will go towards the end of the show, and there we ask some rapid fire questions. So the moment we say rapid fire, a lot of people get a little nervous. So don't get nervous. We are not going to get scandalous over here like certain shows. So this is an education Adda. So our questions should be very much, civil and close to education. All right. So, uh, Ankita, we will start with you. What was your best moment in India?
Making friends, definitely. Making friends of different culture. They used to bring different foods, and I actually I love food, so they used to bring different food. We used to enjoy together, so it was great for me.
All right. So, did you watch any Bollywood movie in the theater?
Yes, Chapak. It was Chapak at
Okay.
that time.
All right. Um, uh, Glory.
Yes.
So, what was your best moment in India?
The first moment is the first day I meet the person speaking the same language. It was really amazing. And then the other day,
I'm sorry, I could not follow. What was that?
I see the first moment is the first time I met the person who speaks the same language. It was really
Okay.
amazing because I feel like, I have somebody. Yeah. And yeah,
And have you started watching Bollywood movies, Hindi movies?
Indian movie.
Movie?
Indian movie.
Yes.
Yes, I watched one. It's called Chakori. I don't know the name, but there's a certain girl called Chakori. That movie. I like the movie, and other movie which is so popular, but I don't know this movie.
All
Yeah,
right. I'm sure you get to hear a lot of Hindi songs in the campus.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Learned any of them?
Mm, I
Not
know
really.
the name of it, but
Any? Okay, Faith. Any favorite Hindi cinema hero?
What?
Any hero of the Bollywood movie? Any movie star
Yeah,
that you like?
the actor who is in Bang Bang, the movie Bang Bang.
Okay, all right. Hrithik Roshan.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. Shabab, would you like to, share your best moment in India?
Best moment would be the geodiversity and the diversity India have is very, I think it's a very pleasant to eyes. Also, you can meet a lot of people. I think that's the very good thing I had of India. As
Mhm.
also the people you can meet various type of people from the like uh, even if you go to to a shop to buy something, the shopkeeper also are very much welcoming. Also to go to the professors, also to the warden and everyone. They're very different kinds of people you will see. As I always speak, the India is a very geodiverse. There is a guarantee of geodiversity. So I think that's the very good thing I like about India.
Fantastic. So, any favorite film star?
Oh, oh, I
It
have
could be
to now
heroine.
you.
I won't tell your father.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I said that it could be a female star as well. I won't tell your father.
Problem in my couldn't hear you properly.
I don't know. I mean, why the strategic problem is happening now?
No, no. Uh,
No, I
oh,
said you can name even
I,
female star. I am not going to tell your father.
okay, okay. No, no. Actually, there are even in Bangladesh also we love to watch all these Indian movies, and also there is a very funny part happened like in the very first day of the university or the first introductory class that when the teachers called you to the podium and to you have to speak out in front of all the batch students like your batch students. So can't remember the girl's name. There's a girl from I think from some of them, maybe Tanzania or from Ethiopia, I guess. So from girl came to the podium as the teacher was saying, so why did you choose India to for your higher education? So she said, I love Shah Rukh Khan. So I was, oh my God. Oh, like so that's my whole reason to come here to study in India. That she loves Shah Rukh Khan. So I think that's the influence of Indian cinema all around the world.
No, is it that I mean, is there any story which is probably not known to us that probably Deepika Padukone or Katrina Kaif inspired you to come to India?
Oh no, no, no. That wasn't in my case.
Okay,
Obviously
I
a
know
movie
your
buff,
case
but
very
not
much
that
well.
much.
So yeah, I incidentally, uh, Shabab and his parents came to me. I was in Dhaka because we are an education consultancy organization. So uh, they came to me for suggestions. So that's how it all started. Now I see there is a comment from Sabyasachi Sarkar or Shubhoshachi Sarkar. Oh, great! I wish I could join with you all. It reminds me my old hostel life in my campus. Stay safe and enjoy your study. Good luck, everyone. So now Shobhashati also happens to be a student from Bangladesh who came to study in India through our organization India Educates, and he did his masters, and he is now doing his PhD from India. So we wanted him to be here, but unfortunately, his parent is not keeping well. So there was some last minute change of decision. But thank you, Shobhoshachi, for taking out time to join us in our Adda. All right. So we are coming, you know, extremely towards the end of the show. And if I sum up, I asked a lot of questions, and those questions are basically to uh, showcase that, what uh, makes a student to choose India as their overseas, as overseas education destination. So the reasons are plenty. So if I, sum them up, because all of you have been very nice in explaining the reasons that attracted all of you to come and study here. So uh, if I go to the statistics, India is home to 1,000 plus universities, 41,000 plus colleges, 400 plus international schools alone. So when I'm talking about 400 schools, those are international schools. There are so many thousands of schools, definitely. Now, the factors that inspire students to come, one is definitely, adequate opportunities. You have total enrollment of 3.5 million, total universities I mentioned, then global acceptance. Indian degrees are very much accepted in the world, and if you look at the global CEOs today, many of them are from India. Be it IBM, Google, Microsoft, Adobe, um, a lot of them, right? So huge global acceptance. Medium of instruction is English. Now language, initially you may have problem with the accent, and that happens everywhere. So that's not a factor. Then the cost factor, it's very very economically priced. So if you do not manage to get scholarships, you can even finance your own studies. So it's very very pocket friendly. Quality is assured. Like, there are a lot of statutory bodies like, AICTE, UGC, then NAC, that is National Assessment and Accreditation Council. They are always monitor the quality of the education. This is home away from home. Like, Ankita, Shabab, they said, like, it's just like home away from home. Even Faith and Glory have found homes in their hostels. Safe country to study. So yes, it's definitely safe. As I have asked that, they said that, how friendly people are, and this you will find everywhere in every part of India. Now, if you talk about any uh, uh, incident which is like, one of, that is not, exceptions are not rule. So those are exceptions. Now, stable political environment, that's very very important in today's world. What is happening in our neighboring country, you can understand that, how important this political factor is. So it's politically extremely stable. So obviously this never becomes a barrier in your education. Incredible India. Shava was saying that, I mean, he loves the geodiversity of India. So it is like, every 100 kilometers there is a new accent of language, there is a new food item, there is new culture. So you get to explore all those opportunities in India. And education unlimited. So India is one country where definitely education is unlimited. Like, many of you may know that, Steve Jobs. You definitely know about Steve Jobs. So he came to India for his lot of spiritual answers, right? So India is a natural home to all those spiritual, India is a natural answer to all the spiritual questions. And all these things actually help you to become a complete man, right? So tomorrow when you enter industry, they don't really check on your uh, technical skills. They also check how complete you are, whether you had a 360-degree development or not. So India offers you all those options. And our website address is www.indiaeducates.com. So you can have a lot of information regarding study in India. So we are also associate of a lot of leading institutions in India. We assist students to um, get admissions there. So you can uh, call us on our WhatsApp number. If you are not in India, you can message us, you can email us, and you can have online counseling in order to know more about that. And we also have options of career counseling, like psychometric assessment and other things. So before we completely wrap our show, final comments from all the lovely participants, and I thank all of you for taking out your time. It was so nice to interact with all of them. So concluding comment from uh, Ankita.
First of all, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Pratik. Thanks for having us. You made us so comfortable, and we got to see all our friends after so long. It was so great to see them and chat about you. Chat about the education system. This is really important thing, and talking about it makes me feel so good. What I'm doing at what. In which position I am. It reminds me, and I feel so proud what I did, how I came this far, and all I can when I look back, all I can think of is good things that has happened to me. That has happened to me after I went India. The knowledge I gained. So I'm really proud, and thanks for talking about all this.
All right, Glory,
Yes, sir.
your
You know,
your concluding remarks.
okay. I'd like to thank you, sir, for inviting me and Shabab too, because he can really convince somebody. Thank you, Shabab, for that. And I would like to say something to those students who want to come here for studies. It's not like this. You just have to come. And at the first, you face some problem, but it need time. It only need time. You have to cope. Just settle down, take your time, and then you go to environment, and everything will be okay. Indian people, they're really kind. They're really kind. So just come, take your time, give yourself time, and enjoy life. You're welcome.
Fantastic. So these are really from the horse's mouth. Okay, now Shabab.
Yes, what should I say that it's a very, very good opportunity for everyone, for the aspirants who want uh, to pursue that higher education. Is a very great place. You should, I think, there should be a no double thought of this, that should I go there or not. That if it is in your radar, you should definitely come to India by anyhow. And it's I think with the right kind of discipline and time management, and with the things they are providing there. So I think you is I think hopefully they will achieve a very good thing in life.
Okay, so Faith.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for providing this platform and inviting us. I'm so happy. And if you'd like to come to India for studies, like just it's a safe place to study. They have high quality education, and yeah, and it's just normal to face problems like when you go to a new place, it's normal to face problems. So you just have to give it time, and then everything will flow. Yeah, and I really like this place, India. So it's really a nice place for studies. Thank you.
Wonderful. So thank you very, very much. So thanks, Ankita. Thanks, Glory. Thanks, Faith. Thanks, Shabab. All of you have been extremely helpful in terms of uh, providing the right information for the students. And our students had this wonderful opportunity to hear it from the students who are now studying in India, and they are from various countries. So you heard it from them, and obviously, uh, in future, uh, India Educates would love to assist all of you, and I would request all our viewers to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that we can keep uh, having a lot of addas on various important topics that are very close to the heart of students and parents, and that will be beneficial for all of them. So, thank you so much. Keep supporting Education Adda with Pratik. Good night. Thank you very, very much.